Welcome back, YouTube, to another soccer/football prediction. It's your boy Freddy Da Silva. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe so you won't miss any of your future soccer predictions. All right. Today's video, I got a 5-game slate, and it will be for Thursday, February 27th. I got one game from the English Premier League. I got one game from CONCACAF, one game from Serie A, one game from the Dutch, and one game from Portugal. So I'll talk about the teams. I'll let you know if there's any injuries. I'll talk about the total, and I'll give you my predictions. But first, we got to talk about it. Baby. I did not hit 100%. I did Juventus, Real Madrid, and PSG, and Juventus surprisingly let me down. So I did not get 100%. I got 2 out of 3. So I guess it isn't all bad. There's more green than red, but regardless, we wanted that 100. So, as far as yesterday's video for the English Premier, I said Brentford and Everton might tie, which they tied. I said Manchester United was going to win. They won. I said Nottingham was going to win. They tied. I said Tottenham was going to win. They lost by 1. It was a pretty good game. Sort of. I wanted Newcastle to win, but I did kind of figure, it is Liverpool, then they might win anyway. So, but of course, they ended up winning 2-0. I said Real Madrid was going to win. Real Madrid won. I wasn't sure about Breeze, and guess what? They lost 3-2. So, yeah. PSG, I knew they were going to win. They ended up winning 7-0. That's crazy. They got a touchdown. That is crazy. Yeah, I'm surprised on Juventus. I can't believe they let me down. They tied the game, which technically was a loss, but and then they ended up losing. So whatever it is, what it is, right? All right, I'm gonna try to get this video done quick, so I won't talk too much about it because I gotta go take care of something real quick. Not that you care, but if you do, I thought I'd let you know. Anyway, let's go. Let's start this off. English Premier. We got West Ham versus Leicester City. As far as injuries, West Ham has 5 injured players. Leicester has 2 injured players, 2 questionable. The total is sitting at 2.5. And the last time these two teams went head to head, it went over 4 out of 5 times. It went over that 2.5. So the most recent, it went over. So this is going to go over for sure. I'm going to do over. As far as a win, West Ham is at home, and I feel like, maybe they'll end up winning. But these two teams have not been all that great. And both of these two teams are basically in the bottom of the table. Leicester City, obviously, way lower. They're like second to the last. So, I'm thinking that West Ham's going to win, but this could be a tie. They've only tied once from the 5 head-to-head between these two teams, so who knows if it's going to be a tie. I personally don't think it might be a tie, although it feels like it, just because lately they've been pretty bad, although West Ham did get a win the most recent game, and it was versus Arsenal, so you know how Arsenal is. They're a pretty good team, so. And Leicester, when they went head-to-head with Arsenal, they ended up losing 2-0. So, yeah. Now, as far as West Ham beating Leicester, they've been able to beat Leicester only once. So, you know what I mean? It's kind of like how, right? But as far as Leicester being good this season, obviously they're not. So I'm going to go with West Ham just because they are favored and they are at home. So give me West Ham to win, but most likely I'll just do the over on the 2.5. That seems like the best outcome here, or maybe Leicester 0.5, just because between these two teams, they've covered this 5 out of 5. So, I guess you can do that as well, but we'll see what pays the most. And yeah. That would be it for that game. Okay, on to CONCACAF. We have Vancouver versus Saprissa. Vancouver at home, they are favorite, but and this is for the second leg. The first leg, Saprissa ended up winning 2-1. So I don't know how I feel about this game. The two most recent games from Saprissa, they ended up winning, and but they're not all that great too, right? The two, the basically the five most recent games from Saprissa, they got 2 wins, 1 L, and 2 draws. Now, as far as Vancouver, they got 2 wins and 3 Ls. This could be a tie. I mean, I know, ties are kind of confusing and whatnot, but I mean, Saprissa do have 2 ties in their last 5, so this could be a tie. But I personally don't think it will be a tie. I really think that Saprissa is going to win this one, but who knows, right? So, um, yeah. And as far as the 2.5, they've covered this the most recent. So I feel like they're going to go out there and, try to get that dub. So give me over 2.5. The most recent game from Vancouver, they scored 4. So I'm pretty sure they'll be able to score. They don't have a team total points right now. Who knows? Maybe later that they'll both be at 1.5 or something. Who knows? But I think the best outcome here would be over 2.5. So, and as far as a win, I'm gonna go with Saprissa, but since Vancouver is at home and they are favored, I wouldn't be surprised if they win. Although I'm not gonna do the bet for the win on this one, but I will do the over 2.5. So, okay, on to the next game. I have Serie A, and this is Bologna versus AC Milan. Bologna are at home, and none of these two teams are favorite, but AC Milan have not been all that great. Their 2 most recent games, one was a loss to Torino. They ended up losing to Torino. Like, what is going on here? Them losing that lets me know that Bologna could win this one. But the 5 most recent games between these two teams, they do have 3 ties when they go head to head, but I don't know if I see a tie in this one. It could be a tie. So who knows? As far as the total is sitting at 2.5, they've covered this 2.5 only one time, which was the most recent one. But the most recent was literally last year. So although it was last year and they've only covered this once, I feel this is going over. I feel like this could be a 2-2 or a 2-1 situation. So I will do over 2.5. And as far as these two teams going at it, 5 most recent times, let's see, it was a tie, then AC Milan, then a tie, then AC Milan, then a tie. So basically, Bologna has not been able to beat AC Milan in the last 5 games. So nonetheless, I'm going to go with Bologna. I feel like they could win this one, but it is AC Milan, so who knows? 5 most recent games from Bologna, they got 3 wins, 1 L, and 1 draw. AC Milan, 2 wins, 2 Ls, 1 draw. So give me Bologna to win this one. They're at home. I feel like they're gonna go in with this, So, and as far as injuries, Bologna has 2 injured players, AC Milan with 5 injured players. So maybe that's the reason why AC Milan couldn't beat Torino. And the most recent game from Bologna versus Torino is Bologna won 3-2, right? AC Milan couldn't beat Torino, which is weird. So anyway, yeah, give me Bologna to win this one. They are at home. And as far as the total, give me over 2.5. Okay, on to the next game. I have Dutch. I have Heracles versus, I think that's how you pronounce it. Heracles versus AZ Alkmaar. Injuries. Heracles have 3 injured players and 3 questionable. AZ Alkmaar have 2 injured players and 2 questionable. The last 5 times these two went head to head, let's see, it seems like they've only tied once, and AZ Alkmaar beat Heracles 3 times. Heracles was only been able to beat AZ Alcalá one time, and this was last year. So give me Akmar to win. They haven't lost in the last 5 games, so I think they're not gonna lose this one. There's just no way, right? They're not at home, but they are favorites. So, and as far as the points, the total sitting at 2.5. They've been able to cover this three out of their last 5 head to head. So most recent they did not, but I feel like they'll go in on this one. So give me Akmar to win, and as far as the points, give me over 2.5. Okay, on to the next game. I have the Portugal, Taca de Portugal, Gil Vicente versus Sporting. I wanted to say Sporting, but man, oh man, they've been so bad. They've been so bad. They have not gotten a win in their last 5 games. Um, and I can't say anything better about Vicente. They literally have not gotten a win or a draw in their last 5 games. So, and as far as Sporting, I mean, they got 4 draws and 1 L. But between these two teams, Vicente have not been able to beat Sporting. They did tie twice in their last 5 head to head. So this could be a tie, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna touch this one, but if I did, I'd probably put a tie on this one. As far as injuries, Sporting have 4 injured players, 2 players with a red card and 2 questionable. Vicente only 1 player with a red card. Vicente are at home, but they're not favorites. So, yeah, I'm not touching this one. Maybe Sporting will finally get a dub this time, but that'll be too much. And as far as the total is sitting at 2.5, they've been able to cover this 2.5 3 out of 5 times. So the most recent they did not, but most recent was last year. So I think the safest bet for this one would probably be total points under 2.5. I know they covered this 3 out of 5 times, but that wasn't this year. That was 2 years ago and last year. So give me under 2.5. And as far as a win, give me a tie. But like I said, I probably won't touch this one. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. If there's a game you guys want me to predict, put it down in the comments, and I'll try to get it for you guys. Another thing too, put down your predictions. Let me know who you think's gonna win out of these predictions, and then win or lose, I'll give you guys a shout out. All right. Until the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. Deuces.